Hey there, truth seekers, and welcome back to the Urban Rabbit, back with another dose of the strange and the spooky. Tonight, we're diving headfirst into the murky depths of the unknown. We're talking about mysteries so bizarre, so perplexing, they'd make even the most skeptical among us raise an eyebrow. Or maybe just start stockpiling emergency snacks. You know, just in case. We've got tales of disappearances, chilling discoveries, and maybe, just maybe, a ghost or two thrown in for good measure. Look, I'm not saying I believe in ghosts, but I'm also not saying I'd spend a night alone in a haunted house. For research purposes, obviously. So, buckle up, grab your tinfoil hats, and get ready for some serious head scratching. Because these stories are guaranteed to leave you with more questions than answers. Let's do this thing. Picture this. It's 1959. The Cold War is in full swing, and a group of 9 experienced hikers, all students from the Ural Polytechnic Institute, are about to embark on a thrilling adventure through the unforgiving Ural Mountains in Russia. The group, led by the experienced Igor Dyatlov, was pumped. They had their trusty skis, their backpacks full of supplies, and a burning desire to conquer the frosty peaks. Little did they know, they were about to become entangled in a mystery that would baffle investigators for decades to come. These weren't your average weekend warriors. They were seasoned hikers, familiar with the terrain and equipped to handle the harsh winter conditions. They were prepared for a challenge, for the elements, for everything Mother Nature could throw at them. But they weren't prepared for what they encountered on that mountain. Something that would turn their adventure into a terrifying fight for survival, and ultimately, a tragic and unexplained end. Weeks passed, and when the hikers failed to return as scheduled, alarm bells started ringing. Search parties were assembled, and they scoured the unforgiving landscape, braving the elements in a desperate search for any sign of the missing group. And then they found it. The hikers' tent, discovered abandoned on the slopes of Kholat Sakal, the mountain known as Dead Mountain in the local Mansi language. The tent was ripped open from the inside, as if the hikers had fled in a blind panic, slashing their way out. But here's where things get really weird. The hikers' belongings, including their shoes, food, and even some of their clothing, were left behind in the tent. Why would they abandon their gear in the middle of a freezing night? It made no sense. The scene painted a picture of frantic escape, of something so terrifying that it drove the hikers to abandon their shelter and flee into the darkness, ill-equipped and unprepared for the elements. As the search continued, a gruesome discovery sent chills down the spines of even the most seasoned investigators. Over the following weeks, the bodies of all 9 hikers were found scattered across the mountainside, some miles from the tent. And if the circumstances of their escape weren't unsettling enough, the state of their bodies only deepened the mystery. Some were found with strange, unexplainable injuries, fractured skulls, broken ribs, and internal damage, but with no external wounds to explain them. One hiker was even missing her tongue. Theories ran wild, ranging from the plausible to the downright bizarre. Had they been attacked by a wild animal? Had they stumbled upon a secret military experiment gone wrong? Were they victims of hypothermia-induced paranoia? Or could something more sinister, more unexplainable, be at play? Despite decades of investigation and countless theories, the Dyatlov Pass Incident remains one of the most perplexing, unsolved mysteries of the 20th century. The official Soviet investigation at the time concluded that the hikers were victims of a compelling natural force, which, let's be honest, is basically code for "we have no idea." Some speculate that an avalanche could explain the tent's damage and some of the injuries, while others point to the possibility of infrasound, low-frequency sound waves, known to induce feelings of panic and disorientation, as a potential factor. But without any conclusive evidence, the Dyatlov Pass Incident remains a chilling reminder that even in the most remote corners of the world, the line between the explainable and the unexplainable can be terrifyingly thin. Fast forward to 2014, a time when we thought we had a handle on technology, a time when airplanes, These marvels of engineering were as routine as catching the bus. But then, on March 8th, Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370, a Boeing 777 carrying 239 souls, took off from Kuala Lumpur, destined for Beijing. It was a routine flight, with an experienced crew, and nothing seemed amiss. But then, just 38 minutes after takeoff, as MH370 soared over the South China Sea, something unthinkable happened. It vanished. Poof, gone, without a trace. Air traffic controllers lost contact, the transponder went silent, and the plane simply disappeared from radar screens. It was as if MH370 had flown straight into thin air, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions and a chilling silence that echoed around the world. The disappearance of MH370 triggered one of the largest, most expensive, and technologically advanced searches in aviation history. Countries from around the globe, including Malaysia, China, Australia, and the United States, joined forces, pooling their resources and expertise in a desperate attempt to locate the missing plane. Ships and aircraft scoured vast stretches of the Indian Ocean, guided by satellite data and faint pings that might have originated from the plane's black boxes. The search area shifted multiple times, fueled by conflicting data and the desperate hope of finding any sign of the missing aircraft. But despite the massive effort, the search for MH370 yielded more questions than answers. Debris confirmed to be from the plane surfaced along the coasts of Africa, thousands of miles from its intended route, deepening the mystery and fueling speculation about what really happened on that fateful flight. In the absence of concrete evidence, theories about the fate of MH370 ran rampant, ranging from the plausible to the downright outlandish. Some experts pointed to mechanical failure, perhaps a catastrophic decompression or an electrical malfunction, while others whispered about the possibility of pilot suicide or even a hijacking. But none of these theories fully explained the deliberate course changes, the extended flight time with the transponder off, or the complete lack of a distress call. It was as if MH370 had simply vanished into the vastness of the ocean, taking its secrets with it. The lack of closure has been agonizing for the families of those on board, left to grapple with the unimaginable loss and the haunting uncertainty of what truly transpired on that March night. The official investigation concluded in 2017, with no definitive answers about the cause of the disappearance. The final report offered some possible scenarios, but ultimately, it conceded that the fate of MH370 remains a mystery. The disappearance of MH370 serves as a stark reminder of the vastness and unforgiving nature of our planet, and the limits of even our most advanced technology. It's a mystery that continues to captivate and haunt us, leaving us to ponder the fragility of life and the unsettling reality that some questions may never be answered. Alright, buckle up, because this next mystery takes us to Oak Island, a tiny island off the coast of Nova Scotia. Sounds charming, right? Well, swap those charming vibes for a whole lot of weird, because this place has been a hotbed for treasure hunters and conspiracy theorists for centuries. It all started back in 1795, when a teenager named Daniel McGinnis stumbled upon a clearing on the island. Now, this wasn't your average clearing. There was a depression in the ground and a nearby oak tree with a rope dangling from a sawed-off branch. Naturally, McGinnis, being a curious dude, decided to investigate. He probably thought he'd find some pirate booty or something, you know, typical Treasure Island stuff. McGinnis gathered his buddies and they started digging. And wouldn't you know it, every 10 feet, they hit a layer of logs. We're not talking about a couple of branches here, people. These were full-on, perfectly placed platforms of logs. Talk about suspicious. They dug down a good 30 feet but found diddly squat and eventually gave up. But the story, oh the story, it lived on. Word got out about the money pit, as it came to be known, and it spread like wildfire. People started speculating. Pirates, Templars, you name it. Someone probably blamed it on them hiding their treasure in this elaborate pit. And that, my friends, is where our story truly begins. Fast forward to the 1800s, and Oak Island is crawling with treasure hunters, all lured in by the promise of riches beyond their wildest dreams. And these weren't your average Joe Schmoes with shovels. We're talking serious investors, engineers, and even a young Franklin D. Roosevelt, who apparently had a thing for mysteries long before he became president. Each group came to the island armed with their own theories and methods. Some thought they could outsmart the booby traps, while others believed they'd cracked the code to the pit's secrets. They dug, they drilled, they blasted. You name it, they tried it. But the money pit, it seemed, wasn't giving up its secrets easily. Every time they got close, the darn thing would flood with water. Seriously, it was like the island itself was trying to protect whatever was down there. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Legend has it that the original money pit diggers discovered a stone tablet inscribed with strange symbols. Some say it was a message left by the treasure's guardians, warning off anyone foolish enough to disturb the pit. Others believe it was a map, a key to unlocking the secrets of Oak Island. Whatever it was, the tablet has since vanished, adding another layer of mystery to this already perplexing saga. The years turned into decades, and the money pit swallowed fortunes and dreams like a bottomless pit. Pun intended. But still, the treasure hunters kept coming, each one convinced that they held the key to unlocking Oak Island's ultimate prize. One of the most persistent rumors surrounding the money pit involves, you guessed it, more booby traps. People swore up and down that the pit's creators were engineering geniuses, rigging the whole thing to flood if anyone got too close to the treasure. And let me tell you, the flooding was no joke. We're talking elaborate tunnels, possibly leading to the ocean, designed to turn the money pit into a giant treasure-protecting bathtub. Then there are the artifacts, or should I say, the alleged artifacts. Over the years, people claim to have pulled all sorts of things from the depths of the money pit, everything from old coins and pieces of chain to mysterious scraps of parchment. Were these tantalizing clues, or just red herrings planted to throw treasure hunters off the scent? The jury's still out on that one. Of course, no good mystery is complete without a healthy dose of conspiracy theories. Some folks believe the money pit holds the lost treasures of Captain Kidd, the notorious pirate. Others are convinced it's the hiding place of the Holy Grail, or even the Ark of the Covenant. I mean, why not, right? The place is already a magnet for the strange and unexplained. And then there's the theory that's just too wild not to mention, the one that claims the money pit is the work of, wait for it, aliens. That's right, extraterrestrial beings who supposedly buried their advanced technology on Oak Island centuries ago. Hey, I'm just the messenger here, folks. So, after more than 2 centuries of searching, digging, and speculating, what have we actually learned about the Oak Island money pit? Well, not a whole lot, to be honest. The island has become a bit of a legend, a testament to the enduring power of mystery and the allure of the unknown. Today, the search for the money pit's secrets continues. Modern-day treasure hunters, armed with advanced technology and a healthy skepticism, or maybe not, are still drawn to Oak Island, determined to finally solve this centuries-old riddle. They face the same challenges as those who came before them: the flooding, the collapses, and of course, the ever-present weight of expectation. Will anyone ever uncover the truth behind the Oak Island money pit? Is there even a treasure to be found? Or is the real treasure the friends we made along the way? Okay, maybe not that last one, but you get the idea. The mystery remains. A tantalizing puzzle that continues to capture our imaginations and remind us that some secrets are meant to stay buried. Who knows what lies hidden beneath the surface of that unassuming island? Maybe one day, the truth will be revealed. But until then, the legend of the Oak Island money pit lives on, a testament to our endless fascination with the unexplained. And that wraps up tonight's journey into the unknown. From the strange events of Dyatlov Pass to the never-ending search for treasure on Oak Island, these stories remind us that some mysteries are just too big or too strange to solve easily. We've encountered strange deaths, vanishing planes, and treasure-filled pits that would make Indiana Jones break a sweat. We've delved into the history, explored the theories, and probably raised more questions than answers. But hey, that's half the fun, right? If you enjoyed tonight's video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more dives into the unexplained. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our next adventure into the weird and wonderful world of unsolved mysteries. Until next time, stay curious. And remember, the world is full of mysteries waiting to be uncovered.